Can you imagine if you were Isaiah, and especially if Isaiah was a member of the royal family, which Jewish tradition tells us he was? Your patriarch has just died. The one who defeated the enemies, the one who had kept Israel safe. Did you just hear what I just said? The man who had kept Israel safe, Jerusalem safe. Did you hear what I just said? You see, Uzziah never really was on the throne, amen? Uzziah never kept them safe. It was the Lord. So maybe Isaiah was distraught in the moment of his calling. Maybe he had nowhere else to go. His king was dead, but truly his king was still alive. Amen. So perhaps it was in that moment of loss, just as God meets so many of us. Amen. In that moment of despair, anybody ever been there? Isaiah called out to God. Maybe Isaiah was looking and searching for something that was going to keep him stable. When his beloved monarch, maybe uncle even, died. And God says, I'm still here. I know that everything is not looking so good, but I am here, Isaiah. And I got a plan for you. I am here and I got a plan for you, but something happened when God set up an appointment with Isaiah. What happens when you run into God? Remember what I asked you earlier? What would you ask God? What would you say to God? Who's ever played that game? When I get to heaven, I'm going to ask God. Anybody ever did that? You know, every time we open our mouth, we show just how sinful we are. Amen. Because I tell you, I bet you Isaiah had some questions for God too, and so did Job. I tell you, when Job got that audience, when Isaiah got that audience with the King of Kings, the only thing he could cry out is, woe to me, for I am ruined. But did you notice that God didn't leave him there? God didn't leave him in the ditch saying, woe unto me. Did you notice that? It's amazing because a lot of times we either think that God's going to be our answer man, or we think that God is just going to condemn us. Lo and behold, God surprises us. You see, because God's not our answer man, and God hasn't come to condemn us. God has come to save us. To save you. You know, think about Isaiah's state. Whether he was a farmer or he was a member of the royal household. Think about it. The king has died. Everybody's fearful. They weren't following God so well at this point, by the way. You can read that too. They weren't following God. Things weren't going well in the nation. Anybody read the paper? Anybody watch the news? Things aren't going well, folks. Our leaders, our citizens, your neighbors, yourself, myself, things aren't going well. What are we to do? Look to the next man or woman who comes in as president? You think they'll save us? You're going to vote somebody in? Was Isaiah hoping that the right king would come up and save everybody? There's one king on the throne, guys and girls. But when you run into that king, woe unto me. There's no questions about whether or not, hey, God, did Adam have a belly button? That doesn't come up in discussion. Come on, you postulated that. Guys and girls, when we run into God, the only thing we can say is, woe unto me. But see, God didn't come to condemn. Because guys and girls, guess what? This is a shocker for some of you that's been over self-esteem. There is no one righteous. You see, we're already condemned. But here's the good news. That's why God has come. Amen?
Amen.
God has come to seek and save the lost. God came to Isaiah. God brought Isaiah to him so that God could forgive him and lift him up. There's a little verse that says, humble yourself. Humble yourself under the mighty hand of God, and He will lift you up. Did you notice that?